It has been a couple of weeks since I've done a GTA Q&A, and I thought I would do one again today. And one of the questions I got, as you can tell from the title, and I'm sure this is gonna not cause controversy or anything at all. I'm sure everything's gonna be perfectly fine in the comment section. But here's the question from Neither Python. Dan Houser mentioned that he is glad he's not releasing GTA 6 in the era of Trump. Does this mean that GTA 6 will be released sooner? And look, the title of the video is kind of a joke, but it's not really, because that's actually what was said 2 years ago, before Red Dead Redemption 2 was actually released, when they were in the marketing aspect and they were giving out interviews and stuff. Dan Houser, who is like the top guy at Rockstar, he said this: he's thankful he's not releasing GTA 6 in the age of Trump. He says it's really unclear what we would even do with it, let alone how upset people would get with whatever we did. And then he does go on to explain a little bit more, but that's odd coming from Rockstar when we read that 2 years ago, because up until that point, Rockstar, it seemed like they never cared. They wanted to push the boundaries. They wanted to get people uncomfortable with things that they did. And the fact that he came out and said that, you know, GTA 6 basically wasn't going to be releasing while Trump was in, or as the president, that was kind of a crazy thing to hear. But given what we all know, and again, I'm sure this ain't going to cause controversy because people are normal, Trump isn't going to be president after this year. So technically, GTA 6 can finally happen now. And it's one of those things I am sort of wondering, and I don't think we'll ever know this, but behind the scenes, if the head guy was saying this, maybe the reason GTA 6, you know, has been taking so long is because they truly didn't really know what to do with it, as far as like some of the stories concerned. There was that one report from the one game insider that said GTA 6 is like 4 years away. Maybe that's the case because they were waiting to see, you know, what would happen with this presidential election. You know, if he was being serious, if Dan Houser was being serious, and, you know, if Trump did get elected for 4 more years, I wonder how that would have affected GTA 6. And I don't know, it's just, I guess, an open-ended question, but I do wonder how much real-life politics were playing a part of the GTA 6 development cycle. And I guess that leads to the next question. It's like, now that we know everything that's gone down, and obviously Trump not being reelected, how is that gonna play into GTA 6 and all the satire and craziness that they do normally in these Grand Theft Auto games? And going back to the original question, do I think this means GTA 6 will come out sooner? It possibly does mean that. Like I said, now that maybe internally they can focus less on like the politics part, maybe that means that this game isn't 4 years away. Maybe it's only 2 years away. Just a very interesting topic that was brought up, but I guess moving away from the more serious stuff. Robert, do you think they will do account transfers for the PS5 and Xbox Series X? Well, if you actually didn't see it, I made a video a couple of days ago, but Rockstar did officially confirm that everything will be transferable. Now, I don't know if they actually specified if you could go, like if you're an Xbox One guy, if you could go to the PS5 or vice versa. If you're a PS4 guy, if you can go to the Xbox Series X. I don't know if they've actually stated anything on that front, but you can at least go from the PS4 to the PS5 and the Xbox One to the Xbox Series X pretty easily. I guess if you are switching consoles or switching platforms and stuff, you want to keep the same account, you might want to message the Rockstar Social Club. I'm sure they can help out. And kind of speaking on a similar topic here, Neither Python says, for the people that transfer over to for the people who transfer their GTA Online account to the next-gen consoles, do you think Rockstar will give players the opportunity to own free exclusive vehicles like how the 360 users received the Sprunk Buffalo for transferring to the Xbox One? I actually completely forgot about that, but yeah, they did have some, I guess, some little incentives to transfer. I do think Rockstar eventually want everyone playing on the new consoles, just because they probably going to start releasing DLCs exclusively for these new consoles. I don't think you're going to see this just yet. You're probably going to see this when the enhanced and expanded version comes out, when the GTA Online standalone version comes out sometime next year. So I don't think you're going to see any transfer incentives now, but when the DLC start coming out for the next gen, that's when you're going to probably see some incentives to move on. Then we have San. Do you think Rockstar will ever put an Easter egg to tease the next installment of GTA and the next gen console versions of GTA story mode are online? One thing that I think would be amazing, and I could totally see Rockstar doing this, in this upcoming DLC that we still don't know anything really about, apart from that it's going to be the biggest ever and it's going to involve heists in an entirely new location. If it is, let's say, a map expansion, Rockstar could totally start teasing things. I mean, up until this point, everything's just been a little addition to Los Santos, which is the same island that's been in the game since 2013. And back in 2013, I'm sure Rockstar as a company didn't really know a whole bunch of what they were going to do with GTA 6. They probably didn't really know where they wanted to go with it, so they couldn't really tease it so much. But now that we're 5 years or 6, 7 years past that, I'm sure GTA 6 has been in development for a couple of years now. They probably know where it's going to be and how things are going to play out in it, at least generally. If we do get a map expansion, that'd be the perfect thing to put in a little billboard that says thinking about going to Miami or something like that. You know what I mean? I could totally see Rockstar doing that. But again, I think it would have to be some sort of new map location or map expansion, because if they did just add a new interior, I don't think it would be the same. Although if they wanted to, I guess in the enhanced and expanded versions coming out next year, they could change some of the billboards in the game and tease at GTA 6 coming out. Big American Shark says, in December, do you think we will see another nerf for the Oppressor Mk II, or will we see another Rockstar Games weaponized vehicle that will change online again? Let's hope for another nerf. I kind of think the Oppressor Mk II is in a good place. I haven't really been griefed by it a whole lot, which I think is kind of a good thing. I think the nerf to not spawn it instantly has made a pretty big difference. And I don't know if that's just like PC exclusive. I haven't really played too much on the console, so maybe for all I know, the consoles are getting just absolutely crapped on by the Oppressor Mk II griefers. But I do think the nerf changed the way a lot of the griefers sort of play. Funnily enough, I've actually been seeing a lot of Oppressor Mk Is lately, and I guess that's just because you can call that thing instantly. But I don't know. I like the weaponized vehicles because they do help in the PvE aspects of things, but I definitely can understand how they're pretty broken in the PvP just because Rockstar don't care. They don't care about balance. I think you're probably going to see another weaponized vehicle just because those things go for like $5 million and people buy them. So it'd be pretty naive to think Rockstar aren't going to put one of those in. But I am curious, you guys on consoles, has the Oppressor Mk II been an issue over the last couple of months? Black Wolf with the next question. So the idea that Rockstar might be getting rights to real vehicles through the same people that made the F1 series, or the Dirt series and the Formula 1 series, what would be some vehicles you'd love to see in the game? Mine would be a true 69 Charger RT and Agera R. I am not the biggest of car guys, I'm sure as many of you guys know. But I will say, I want Midnight Club LA type of gameplay in GTA. That was one of my all-time favorite games. I loved the actual racing. I loved the customization and the customization on like the real life cars. That's kind of, I know it's a general answer, but that's something I would love to see. Omar, what do you think about the Cyberpunk delays? And this actually kind of ties in with that last question, because what he also says, also some say it's better or the future of GTA. What do you think of that? So look, the thing with Cyberpunk that got me most excited about it was that there was this one trailer. I've kind of been shying away from watching a whole bunch because I kind of want to go in not knowing a whole lot, but there was this one trailer about car customization and car gameplay, and it just made me think of GTA. That's what got me excited. But the thing is, unlike in GTA, Cyberpunk actually has some real life cars. I think they've actually partnered with Porsche and a couple of other car manufacturers. So you're going to be seeing real life cars in that game, which is going to be incredible, I think, especially with the level of customization they showed off in the one trailer that I viewed. What do I think of the delays though? I mean, it sucks, of course. I don't know what else to say about that. I just do hope it comes out one of these days, you know? I know it's obviously scheduled to come out like December 10th or something like that, but it better not get delayed again, I guess. As for some people saying it's better, the future of GTA, I don't know if anyone's really saying that. That's a little bit too like if people are saying that, that's a little too crazy. I've always said it's good to have competition, and that definitely is probably the most realistic competition you're ever going to get, just because of the company behind it. They actually like care about their games and make really good stuff usually. So I don't know if GTA is necessarily worried about it, but if Cyberpunk can truly capture at least a little bit of what people like in GTA, then I think it could just be good going forward. It's always good to have competition. And then the final question, I guess the question of the day from Alan, he says, with the new GTA 6, do you think, or do you see them turning online into an actual RPG? That's an interesting question. And I'll say this, with Red Dead Online, they kind of were leaning towards more like roles and stuff like that. I would definitely love to see that in GTA Online. Maybe not as like a featured thing, but just having the option. I mean, I think it would be great to have a role as like a trucker. People love that, you know? Not everyone, sure, but certain people love just driving around delivering cargo. You could also have a role as like a drug dealer, maybe. I don't know, maybe get a little crazier, but then you'd have to deal with the cops, right? You could have a role as like a legit businessman. You could have a role as a freaking pizza delivery driver. You could have a role as a taxi. Like the list goes on, and I do hope Rockstar leans towards that a little bit more, because I think little things like that make GTA Online, or could make GTA Online, a lot of fun. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Kind of been all over with this Q&A, but this was the first one in a couple of weeks, so I guess there was a lot of questions about some random things. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you all for watching. Please drop it a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more GTA content. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.